Well, welcome everyone. Lieutenant Governor Crit Llewellyn, legislators Senator Reggie Thomas, Senator Ralph Alvarado, council members Fred Brown and Amanda Bledsoe, and Bob Quick from Commerce Lexington, and everyone here from Belcan and Belcan's customers. What a great day for Belcan and for Lexington. And first things first, today's ceremony, we are going to start with a ribbon cutting right over here. So may I ask everyone here? There we go. Somebody's giving us a... Attracting this outstanding company to our city and now helping them grow right here in our downtown. These are huge steps forward that tell the world that Lexington is a great place to do business. Since 2011, Lexington's unemployment rate has been cut by more than half. Companies are moving here and growing here, and Lexington is competing and winning with a high quality of life, outstanding educational opportunities, and state and unique local incentives. And now, it is my great pleasure to introduce Lieutenant Governor Crit Llewellyn, who is helping us today, as she always does, to crowd the winner's circle. Thanks to Lieutenant Governor Llewellyn and to Governor Beshear for working with us on this project. We are so honored to have our Lieutenant Governor with us today. She is serving her sixth governor. That means that she is serving for 6 times. She has served a governor of Kentucky since 1974. And along the way, in addition to various appointed positions that she has held, Crit Llewellyn has also managed to squeeze in wins for state auditor in both 2003 and 2007. So to tell us and share with all of you why we have cut the ribbon already, it is my pleasure to introduce Lieutenant Governor Crit Llewellyn.
Thank you so much, Mayor Gray. It's great to be here. I'm actually working with my 7th governor, but who's counting? If I talk too much about that, you might figure out how old I am. It is a great honor to be here in downtown Lexington with all of our economic development partners for this exciting celebration. For 10 years, Belcan has been an asset to the Lexington community and to the state of Kentucky. And Belcan has helped to advance our aerospace engineering presence in the Commonwealth. Today, we are announcing that Belcan will bring 100 new high-paying jobs to Lexington and will increase Belcan's footprint by 15,000 square feet. This is good news for Belcan, this is good news for Lexington, and it's certainly good news for the entire Commonwealth of Kentucky. Kentucky's aerospace presence is showing dramatic growth. Last year, this state shipped $7.8 billion in aerospace parts and products, a 38% increase from 2013. That kind of growth in the aerospace industry wouldn't have been possible without support from technical expertise like that of the Belcan employees. I would like to thank everyone involved in this project, starting with our local officials, Bob Quick and his team at Commerce Lexington, of course Lexington Mayor Jim Gray, who you've already heard from, officials from our Cabinet for Economic Development in Frankfort who have worked closely with the company, and our legislators who have been mentioned, Senator Reggie Thomas, Senator Ralph Alvarado. The legislators are so important to partner with the executive branch on all of our economic development incentive programs and our strategies to ensure that Kentucky is putting the best foot forward, and we thank our legislative partners for your ongoing support to economic development in Kentucky and to your districts. I would especially like to thank the officials from Belcan, Lance Kwasniewski, President and CEO, and Steve Hotelling, Vice President of Engineering. The confidence that you have shown in Lexington and in Kentucky by this expansion is heartwarming for all of us because it means that the business climate here is positive and productive for the kind of quality, good-paying jobs we need to see here in Lexington and across the state. Lance was telling me a few minutes ago that 75% of the engineers who are being hired, have been hired and expect to be hired, are coming from here through the University of Kentucky. And what great news that is for the quality of our students coming out, but also for the future of the economy of this region. This expansion is further proof that good things are happening in Kentucky economically. Because of all of the efforts of our partners, Kentucky continues to grow and prosper. Unemployment rate for July plunged to 5.1%, and we've been below the national average for the last 11 months. The last time Kentucky's unemployment was below the national average for such an extended period was 1995. And here in Fayette County, there's certainly been an impressive drop and a lot of momentum. Unemployment here dropped from 5.2% last year at this time to the current rate of 4.1%. That's remarkable, Mayor, and congratulations to you and all of your partners for that incredible turnaround. At the height of the recession, you were over 9% here in unemployment. Now, the governor was recently in Fayette County talking about the remarkable progress in economic development, and many of you Lexington folks heard that announcement. But what he was focused on is that Kentucky led the nation last year in economic development investment per capita. And Lexington has been important to all of our economic progress with projects like this one today, projects at Xerox, Jif Plant, Lexmark, Tempur-Pedic, a lot of good things happening all across this community. Since the governor has been in office, he has made 122 announcements in Fayette County alone in economic development, with a capital investment of over $406 million and more than 4,300 new jobs being created. That says so much about the quality of the workforce here, the quality of life here, and the business climate. And we couldn't have a better partner in Frankfort than Mayor Gray, Bob Quick, all of our partners here in the local community, our local elected officials and legislators. So on behalf of Governor Beshear and our Cabinet for Economic Development, I want to thank Belcan and our partners here today for your ongoing commitment, not just to your business, but to Kentucky and to our families. And now if I could ask Lance and Steve to join me, I have a gift I would like to present on behalf of the grateful citizens of Kentucky. This is a Kentucky tradition. It's a Kentucky mint julep cup, and its highest and best use is when filled with another great Kentucky product, and that's Kentucky bourbon. Not included.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Thank you so much. And it is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Lance Kwasniewski, who is Belcan's Chief Executive Officer. Lance, congratulations.
Well, I didn't realize I'd be getting a gift, but I could have used this yesterday because I played golf in the United Way tournament for Sikorsky, and I really could have used some bourbon yesterday. But that probably would have helped my game a little bit. But thank you so much. Appreciate the introduction. As many of you know, I mean, you look at the color of Belcan's logo. You know, really, what is it? Kentucky blue. And many of you know Ralph Anderson in the Heritage here in Kentucky. It was amazing. And I started down that track of the Heritage as well. My daughter attended UK last year. She followed her boyfriend to Cincinnati, though, by the way. Mechanical engineer, so not too bad. I actually like him. He's a pretty good kid overall. But, you know, I just really wanted to take just a moment to thank Mr. Anderson for really his vision and really what he did for this company. He's not been with us for 5 years, but I had the fortune of not only working on this proposal 10 years of developing the original design center, but really had the opportunity to work with him for many, many years. And I feel like I got my PhD from the school of Ralph Anderson. So really, he would be looking down on us and very appreciative of this moment. So thank you, Mr. Anderson. So, like I said, 10 years ago, I was part of the team that wrote this proposal. We were talking a little earlier about how intense a competitive process this was. We were looking at 7 states. There was multiple competitors involved. And really without the state and the University of Kentucky and all the support we got here locally, this could not have happened. We had tremendous amount of support. And it took that kind of campaign for us to win the original design center. And you look at us today, really, it's amazing what we've accomplished with, the technical skills we've developed in this region. And we're pretty proud of that. And we're really looking forward to carrying that on and adding the next 100 engineers really over, hopefully, the next couple of years here. We can do it pretty quickly now that we have the base to start from. So we really appreciate really all the efforts that we've been able and the support we've been able to get locally and from the state and from the University of Kentucky. So thank you very much. Goes without saying, you can't do any of this without a customer, right? And we've had tremendous amount of success with Sikorsky and with Pratt & Whitney over the years, and we really value our partnerships with those companies, and we look forward to continuing the long-standing relationship and really continuing to build upon the incredible partnership we have with them. So we're very gracious that they were able to come to this event with us today. And last of all, but certainly the most important, are the employees of Belcan. It's absolutely amazing what we've been able to accomplish. And as I look out, I see all the blue shirts. It's kind of a fun thing for me to look at. I flying in here today, flying over all the horse farms, and it just reminded me of times I used to spend with Mr. Anderson. And it kind of warmed my heart today to all the things we can accomplish down here and the vision that we've accomplished over the last 10 years. And I'll tell you what, the future even looks brighter for Belcan. We're on solid ground. Our strategies are great, and we're happy to invest in this design center. And we're thrilled to be in the state of Kentucky, and we look forward to growing for many, many years to come. At this point, I want to introduce Steve Hotelling, Vice President of Engineering for Belcan. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Lance. I just wanted to welcome everybody for coming out today and helping us celebrate 10 years in Lexington. It's been a great 10 years, and we're looking forward to many, many more to come and a lot of future growth. As Lance said, none of this would be possible without the commitment of Belcan and picking Lexington in the first place. I think Ralph Anderson had a lot to do with that because his heart was in Kentucky. But it turned out to be a great decision. This has all the ingredients we need for success. So we have a company, Belcan, that's very committed to making it successful here in Lexington. We have very strong, fertile ground for great engineers that you see in this room here, and many more that are being processed every day through the UK and the many universities, great universities throughout Kentucky here. So that's been a big reason for the success. And I just wanted to recognize our partners here at the UK. I want to make sure I don't... I'm getting old now, I got to use these things. But so we have Mrs. Ilka Balk, Director of Engineering Career Development from University of Kentucky. Dr. Larry Holloway, he's Chief Chair of the Electrical and Computer Department. And Dr. Michael Renfro, who I'm told is a fellow UConn guy that just came in a week ago. Belcan is also UConn blue too, by the way. So he's the new chair of mechanical engineering, and as you know, our primary customer has been Sikorsky, and we're looking to expand and grow into the rest of the UTC family, but it's primarily a mechanical engineering team here, and so we're looking forward to being a great partner with Michael. And then we got Dr. Brent Sales from the chair of the computer science, which is an area of an expansion that we're greatly looking forward to with our UTC partners. The other thing we've built this Lexington office on is great leadership. We've got some great leaders here. We got Stuart Gray, and we've got John Makar, who's just joined us from Sikorsky recently, Greg Levy, John Estes, and Ben Marsico, and Robert Nutter are our major managers here. So their leadership has really built a strong team. And then, of course, none of this would have been possible without Kieran Powell, who's really been the guiding light throughout the... And then, so we've seeded this team with some experts from our friends at Sikorsky and Pratt & Whitney and UTAS and our UTC partners. And we brought in all this fine talent from the University of Kentucky and some of the other local schools here. And that's what's really made this very successful. And of course, like Lance said, none of this would be possible without our partners, our UTC partners. I call them partners, not customers. We are that close. They're here with us today. They've made the trip to be here with all of you because they are our partners. And the UTC account is growing by leaps and bounds. Pratt & Whitney has had phenomenal success with the geared turbofan engine that you probably have all heard about. It's selling like hotcakes and every airplane wants it. It's made a leap step in fuel efficiency, and it's something that's not been done in many, many decades as far as the technology goes. And then of course our primary customer here, Sikorsky, has 5 new helicopter programs on the drawing boards at the same time, and I don't think that's ever happened in the history of Sikorsky. So we're very excited about growing the team here. Like I said, we're going to continue to grow the mechanical structures disciplines here and get more into the computer science. We've got a lot of software that has to go on all these helicopters and these jet engines, so plenty of work to come forward. So I'm looking forward to the things to come, and thank you again. So speaking of our UTC partners, it's my pleasure to introduce one of our partners from Pratt & Whitney, long-standing leader at Pratt & Whitney and overseeing all of the outsourcing and global engineering sourcing, as Mr. Mahesh Patel.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant, Governor, and distinguished guests. Congratulations to Belcan for staying here for 10 years, it's 10th anniversary, and hoping there are many, many more to come here, with much larger gathering than this room can accommodate. I had a lot of respect for Ralph Henderson. 35 years ago, when I needed some engineering work done in Cincinnati, I was looking for someone, and I happened to meet Ralph Henderson. One of the nicest person in my life I have met. He was a fantastic guy, he had a vision. He always wanted to help, and he made Lexington, Kentucky as his home. Invited me many times to come here. Unfortunately, we could never come, but I'm here today, and I'm very happy to be here. Coming back from the airport yesterday, I got lost, and I went around in different streets around Lexington, and what a beautiful city this is, Mayor. I'm very, very proud of you to have this city. It's wonderful. And when I compare it to Hartford, where I come from, this is like a heaven. So congratulations. Belcan has been our partner for a long, long time. In fact, I know them for over 22 years. They're excellent partners. We have a lot of work done with them in Florida and Windsor Locks in Hartford, and there is an opportunity for us to grow here. We are looking at the potential of that, and hopefully we will lock it up sometime in the next few months. Thank you for inviting me on this wonderful occasion, Lance, and wish you all the best. Thank you. Like my predecessor, I would like to invite Dave Greisenauer from Sikorsky.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mahesh. Thank you. On behalf of Sikorsky Engineering, it's my pleasure to congratulate you, the Belcan team, and the City of Lexington on the 10th anniversary of Belcan's High Value Engineering Design Center here in Lexington. Let's give that one more round. Thank you. So as some of you know, I was on the team that conducted the original Design Center competition back in 2004. And as Lance was telling you, what an event it was. So I hope it helped you. So good. We down selected both the state of Kentucky and the city of Lexington and the Belcan, and it was a natural for Belcan to locate here, especially with the UK right next door. And as you heard about the graduates coming directly from UK, they can stay here in Kentucky, stay here in Lexington, and work high-value aerospace jobs, right here in Lexington. Don't have to go to the far-flung reaches of the country. So that was a great opportunity for the engineers here. Fast forward 10 years from our experience, and many things have come true. as we've heard, Belcan has recruited and hired numerous UK engineering students, and they remain here in Lexington. Belcan has delivered millions of dollars in cost savings and productivity savings to Sikorsky over the last 10 years. We've seen the Belcan Design Center grow from only 22 engineers in 2005 to greater than 100 today. Belcan has performed work in nearly a dozen different engineering skill sets for Sikorsky, including airframe design, electrical design, manufacturing engineering, structural analysis, rotor blade design, and software engineering. And more recently, the Belcan has added a new skill set to support Sikorsky's efforts in international trade compliance, providing a team of more than 25 people to work in this area and looking to grow even more. The Belcan engineers have performed this design or analysis work on over 15 Sikorsky programs, which is a wide swath of the whole Sikorsky portfolio, including the venerable U.S. Army Black Hawk, the utility workhorse for the Army, the Naval Hawk, the U.S. Marines' new heavy lift helicopter, the CH-53K, and on two game-changing advanced concept rotorcraft, the X-2 technology demonstrator and the S-97 Raider. Belcan has received Sikorsky's highest performance status, what we call ACE Gold, in 2010 for overall performance, which measures key metrics in cost, quality, delivery, and customer satisfaction. And after doing so, Belcan is the first and only provider to Sikorsky to receive the prestigious Elizabeth H. Henn ACE in Engineering Award, which was given to Belcan for their for calendar year 2010 performance in 2011. To that end, Belcan has received gold level customer satisfaction from Sikorsky every month, and we track this on a monthly basis, every month since January 2007. That's 102 consecutive months of world-class customer feedback. So I could keep going, but I think you get the idea. The marriage of Lexington, Belcan, Sikorsky, and UK has proved extremely fruitful to Sikorsky over the past 10 years, and I expect the same over the next 10. So again, congratulations to Belcan on your 10th anniversary on the Lexington Design Center. I'm honored to be here, and I look forward to the next 10. Thank you.
Dan, thank you. Steve and Lance and Mahesh, we really appreciated what you had to say about Lexington being so beautiful. And we want you to know that you can carry the message back to Hartford, back to headquarters, Pratt & Whitney, that we are also very welcoming. We're very welcoming and very competitive. So thank you, thank all of you all for being here today. I will now ask Bob Quick, who is President and Chief Executive Officer of Commerce Lexington, to wrap up today's news conference. Bob.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much, Mayor. On behalf of Commerce Lexington Incorporated, our Board of Directors, and our members, it is my honor to be part of this exciting announcement today. In 2005, Belcan opened its operations in Lexington, and it's great to see a couple of very familiar faces here for this announcement 10 years later. And I want to thank Lance and his staff for their investment and confidence in Lexington. The Bluegrass Business Development Partnership, which many of you know is made up of the City of Lexington, Commerce Lexington, and the University of Kentucky, has maintained a very strong working relationship and partnership with Belcan over the years. Our team always makes a promise. And our promise is that we're going to continue to support and assist companies just as passionately tomorrow as we do today. So we're always here to take care of you, and you always have a partner, someone that you feel very close to. And I would also like to point out that this is what we call the service after the sale, is that we're always going to take care of you and make sure that all your needs are met. But the group that does that, I would be remiss if I did not recognize them. I'd like to acknowledge the Commerce Lexington team. It's led by Jenna Greathouse, and I'll just go by your first names, Kimberly, Allison, Lauren, Meredith, who's here today, but especially I want to point out Hannah, who was the project manager on this project. So congratulations. Thank you. And Commerce Lexington would also like to present Lance and Steve with a gift. If you'll help me with that, we might help you with your other gift. That,
Am I going to be able to get it on the plane?
come on up here and.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I think you'll get it on the plane, okay, if it lasts that long.
Thank you.
Our team pledges to continue our promise to you, Lance, your team, and to the company. Again, thank you very much for your investment, and congratulations on this critical milestone. And I do love seeing all this blue out here. So we're glad that you all came today, and we would open up for any questions that anyone may have from the media, from the audience. Seeing none, thank you very much, and have a good day. Thank you.